A Prioress from Canterbury Tales, written by Geoffrey Chaucer. There was also a nun, a prioress, whose smile was simple. Quiet, even coy, the worst oath that she swore was by Saint Loy, and she was known as Sister Eglantine. Sweetly she sang the services divine, intoning through her nose the melody. Fairly she spoke her French, and skilfully, after the school of Stratford at the Bow, Parisian French was not for her to know. Precise at table, and well-bred withal, her lips would never let a morsel fall. She never wet her fingers in her sauce, but carried every tidbit without loss of even the smallest drop upon her breast. Manners and good behavior pleased her best. She always wiped her upper lip so clean that not a speck of grease was ever seen upon the cup from which she drank. Her food was reached for neatly. She was never rude. Though her demeanor was the very best, her mood was amiable. She loved a jest. She always tried to copy each report of how the latest fashion ran at court, and yet to hold herself with dignity. But speaking of her inner nature, she was so devout, so full of sympathy, she would lament if she would have to see a few small dogs she had, and these she fed with roasted meat, or milk and sweetened bread, and wept aloud if one of them were dead, or if a person struck and made them smart. She was all goodness and a tender heart. Her wimple draped itself a modest way, her nose was straight, her eyes transparent gray, her mouth was small, but very soft and red. Hers was a noble and a fair forehead, almost a span in breadth, one realized, for she was small, but scarcely undersized. Her cloak was well designed, I was aware. Her arm was graced with corals, and she bare a string in which the green glass beads were bold, and from it hung a brilliant brooch of gold on which there was engraved a large crowned A, followed by Amor vincit omnia.